Stacie Bell Show. I'm your host, Stacie Belazaire. To all my subscribers who already subscribed to my channel, welcome back. To anyone who's new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button right below. You see it right there, right below, so you can be notified whenever I post up new content and new materials. So, viewers, are you guys excited for today's episode today? Yep. You guys, I'm really excited for today's episode because I have a very special guest coming on the show today. This young man, oh my gosh, let me just let you know, he's an American-born songwriter. He's a raptivist. He's an actor. He's an entertainer from Providence, Rhode Island. Woo, PBD. He has been sponsored by Doritos, collaborated with artists from East to West Coast, released countless singles, and has shared the stage with legendary acts such as Slick Rick, Rakim, KRS-One, Busta Rhymes, French Montana, Wiz Khalifa, and many more. He signed a new deal with his record label Silent Reminder Entertainment Corporation in November 2019, which is for aspiring rappers to garner legitimate industry-level buzz in a city like Providence. His uncompromising dedication to his craft and his lyrical precision sets him apart from the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a nice round of applause for my guest, Tye Cooper!
Love that. That was amazing.
Oh,
so amazing.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to be on your show.
Yes, I'm so
The
excited
Stacie
to
Bell
have
Show.
you. It's a pleasure. You know, we met a
Mm-hmm.
few weeks ago at some performance you just did, and
Yeah, Leaders of the New School.
Yes.
Shout out to Chip Doug.
yes,
It was at FET. Great show.
it was a
A
great
very
show.
cool
Listen,
show.
a time was had, okay? Just
Yeah.
know. And we gonna get into all that,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you guys, it's gonna be a really dope episode.
Mhm.
I'm gonna interview you, ask you some questions, then we're
Okay.
gonna do a nice little fun game segment, and I got you a little surprise.
I see the Bel Air.
Yeah, I know you like Bel Air. You know,
I see the
you
Bel Air.
know they inspire from my last name Belazaire, right?
That's
The
right.
Stacie Bell Show, you know what I'm saying? So Bel Air, shout out. They gonna be having me endorse this soon. You know what I'm
Why
saying?
not?
So I thought we, sip some champagne and
Right.
have a good time.
Self-made
Yes,
tastes better.
yes.
You
Viewers,
self-made.
get your champagne, your wine ready, sit back and relax. It's gonna be a dope show. So
Yeah.
let me pour you,
Thank
know,
you. Absolutely.
a nice cup. You let me know when to stop. I don't know,
Oh.
How you feeling? You feeling nice? You feeling?
we keep
You
going.
going? Oh, okay.
Everything's
We
good.
getting lit tonight. Okay,
Yeah.
we getting lit on the Stacie
Yeah.
Bell Show.
I'm gonna go to the radio station later on tonight, so like this is
I
just
got
the
you
beginning.
pregame.
This is-
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
the
may have to
beginning.
meet you after. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, more than welcome.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Let me pour. I'm gonna just do a little bit. Be a lady. All right. You ready?
Oh, I'm
Cheers.
sorry. I
Oh,
already
he
took a
already
sip. I'm
started
bugging.
sipping without me. Damn.
I got in such a zone. Please forgive
It's
me.
okay. Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers
Stacie.
to a
Thank
great
you so
interview.
much.
Yes.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love that Bel Air. You know what I'm saying?
Deluxe.
Yes.
There's
You
many
know.
flavors. There's the blue bottle. There's the rosé, which is like pink.
Yes.
There's the black bottle, which is really rosé, but it's just in the black bottle. And then there's the gold, which is like kind of like the dry, like brut
Yeah.
flavor of the bunch. But Lux is like my favorite. I like the gold bottle too, but Lux is cool.
Say like only the best for you, okay?
I love
think It's
that.
just for you.
Yeah, I've been rocking with Bel Air for like over 10 years.
Yeah, I've been rocking, Belazaire my whole life.
And that's your last name.
That's my last
Right.
name. So
Exactly.
okay, I love that. All right, so my first question I have for you today, Tye, is how old were you when you started rapping and writing songs?
I was 8 years old in 3rd grade.
Okay.
I went to Martin Luther King Elementary School on the east side of Providence. And that time, that era of music, that was like, what would I be without you?
Yeah, what would I be without you?
That was Big Mama House 2000. Like, that was when that came out. I remember that shit like it was
Yes.
yesterday. So, like, there was a time in, like, that, I remember that 3rd grade year specifically, we was heavy on, like, Rap City, The Basement.
Oh my gosh, with Big Tigger?
Big
Ooh,
Tigger.
I
We
remember
was
those
about to
times.
see this world.
Yes, nostalgia. Remember 106 in Park
Yeah.
2? Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Taking
early
me
AJ
back.
free days. Like,
Yes, AJ
and-
free.
And me and my siblings used to get our hair cut, you know what I'm saying, every 2 weeks or every other week or something like that and we'll be in a barbershop watching Rap City. But it was third grade when I started writing and just being curious with writing down like words that rhyme.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I understood bars early, like, just based off like the compositions I used to write in third grade. And there was like, every 2 bars or every like 2 bars on the actual paper, if you skip one line and then start on that bar that's underneath that and use those 2 lines, that's 4 bars.
Okay.
So I learned how to count 16 bars, which is the original way to like deliver a verse on a song.
Okay.
So at 8 years old, I was understanding the science and the concept of writing, and I was doing all that shit in my English journal that I wasn't supposed to be writing raps in the back of the notebook so that my teacher wouldn't see it. But like, I remember like early on starting in third grade and just being really inspired by like the music that was coming out at that time.
Yes, I mean, the music back then was amazing. I always tell people like my favorite music is like 90s, early 2000s. I still believe till this day it's the best music to ever come out. I don't think
the best music to ever come out.
I mean, because a lot of stuff now is drill and it's like
well, let's just say our childhood, we grew up in such a great time to be,
like what a time to be alive.
Listening to the music that was coming out. Like I feel like the music that was coming out was, now that I'm older, I'm like, that shit was like really like out there. But
I know. I saw a meme. It was like, we was really singing these songs about sex and stuff.
So it's kind of like what's going on now with music. It's like who are we to say that that's outrageous or that's too out there when we was listening to Back That Ass Up in '99 with 2 pounds.
That's true. I just feel like we delivered it a little more classy.
Classier
than them. You know what I'm saying? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Yeah.
It was some soul. It was some spirit.
Yeah.
That was in the music, But it's, everything's progressed and it's going to continue progressing. And I'm glad to be a part of that and to still remember that time and to still have a feeling and touch to that.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. So, who are some artists you get your inspiration from when writing your music?
I think of guys like Black Thought, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem in there somewhere, Andre 3000, most importantly, like he's up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Mos Def, Absol, J. Cole too, he's cool. I usually like when that question's asked, it'd be like people like expecting like Tupac, Biggie, like they're in there, like Jay-Z of course, but there's a lot of like other rappers that I listen to that really like, even guys that like had a moment or had several, like, like my guy, like guys like Shine, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's one of my favorite rappers too, like Prodigy.
Yes.
But to give females, I'm saying like Queen Latifah.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was listening to Eve a couple days ago, just by choice. I'm like, I'm thinking about Eve right now.
You know what my favorite song by her is?
What's that?
Who's that girl?
Yeah.
I'm that girl.
She got a lot of dope beats that you can freestyle to.
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
Yeah. But,
okay.
They definitely influential to me.
Okay.
Erykah Badu.
Oh, yes.
Hold up, 2 more. Jill Scott.
Okay.
And Marsha Ambrosius.
But okay, so those all right. So singers in there too. Okay, all right. I see him switching there. He got some rappers and singers in there. I love that. Okay. Okay, so can you tell me more about your upbringing and how it shaped your music career today?
So I grew up in a household with my mom. She was a single mom of 6. She had 6 children. I'm the second oldest. And we lived, I remember from, the time that I was young to like, I was graduating high school, where we lived geographically in the city that shaped so much of like my personality and my core following but we lived on the east side and we lived in Chad Brown and then we lived in like Silver Lake and then all of those locations and those people that I grew up with, and whether we lost touch or I barely we see each other here and there, like there's a certain level of love and respect that just hasn't like left. And I'm thankful to have grown up amongst certain things and like environments that could have been, it could have compromised my desire to want to be an artist and to be a creative. And I feel like the things that have occurred, my boy Mike would tell you, like the things that have occurred in the city of Providence, I feel like that alone, if you're a creative, has a lot to do with like, how you would like express yourself creatively. So I used a lot of the things that have occurred, or, people that have made a major impact in my life, people that passed on. I'm signed to a label that's titled Silent Reminder.
Yeah.
Silent Reminder is a symbolization of, living through the people that are no longer here, because there are silent reminders. Yeah. So always having an understanding of just being around people and being sociable, but also knowing how to be by myself. I think that has a lot to do with the creative process, because I know how to gather the information when I'm around people, whether I'm speaking about writing it down or just observing. And some people say things that could be a caption to something. Some people say things that could be a bar, or the second part of a bar that I already structured. So there's just been many different writing styles that I've experienced that got me to a creative, like a very comfortable place to put it down.
I like how you were talking about your creative writing style. So it led me to want to ask you, when you're writing your music, Tye, like, are you writing your music based off of your own personal experiences, or are you also talking about like friends' experiences around you? Like, just most of the music you come from your own personal experiences, or a combination of both, like your personal experiences and your friends or people around you who, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like I like to talk about a lot of my experiences from third person. Okay. And I don't really talk too much about other people's experience that I know, but like if I did, I'll take bits and pieces. And if I'm telling a story, I can like really tell a story that's compelling, where if it doesn't even exist or it's not true, it would still feel and come off as that way. So I think that would kind of explain that. Like I get more of like an inspiration to documentaries and like rock docs and shit like that.
Okay. Yeah. I was just always curious, because like you be hearing like some big artists we listen to, they'd be like, that song was about their breakup, or did you know Mary J. Blige wrote this song after her? You know what I'm saying? So I
use a lot of my personal experiences, but like sometimes I speak, like I said, from third person, or like or just vulnerably straight up. Like I've never been afraid to like expressing that, like a breakup. There was a breakup that I experienced one time that I talked about publicly, and it like, as a man, like I feel like I took accountability, whether anybody heard it or understood. Like I feel like I took accountability as far as expressing it, like getting it out, and like regardless of what could have came from it, it's like I understand. I kind of feel like I learned my lesson.
Now, did this ex listen to this song?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is she aware of this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she like it? How she
No.
feel? No.
No, because I wasn't being nice. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't being nice. Nah, it's funny
nice.
because it's funny because like I changed my stage name 2019. I used to go by Messy Tye.
Ooh, Ty's getting messy up in here. We get messy at the
And it's like it's funny as it is. Like I mean, where it comes from, it's like it's not what people think. Like, but that was when I was Messy Tye, and like that was Welcome to Messy Mania when I made an album, a little EP actually. Just kind of like, just paying homage to all like the wrestling aspirations that I got, like just inspiration I got from like watching wrestling growing up. Okay. And I made a song about, I just made a song that I took a jab at like my ex's like person that they was dealing with at the time. But like the way I crafted it, it wasn't like I just said something specifically about them the fact that they were a rapper of some sort, I happened to listen to their music, and I listened to one song particularly that actually wasn't that bad, but it was like, I took that one part that he said that I knew that would be like, you know what I'm saying? And I just repeated it, and it was like a whole situation.
Y'all on that Quavo and Chris Brown type?
No, that was a long time ago. But I right after that album or that EP was released, I had came into a situation where it was time kind of like to rebrand.
Okay.
You know, and I rebranded as far as changing my name to my first and last name.
I love that. Tye Cooper.
Yeah, so when I changed my name when I changed my stage name from Messy Tye to Tye Cooper, it was like, you know, like boys to men, like literally, like
yes.
from a boy to a man. So
that.
I'm thankful of everything that I've endured underneath that stage name, because there was a lot of like grind, you know, a lot of grind that I put down in the last 10, 11 years, you know, and to be called, I was telling what one day with my boy Mike, we was on shrooms. I was like, yo, to be called Messy Tye is like, yo, to sell that and like, then just like, that is me. That was me. That was such a like easy challenge, because I'm like, I could have been called anything. Like people know me as Tye Coop or like Coop, and like, but it was, you know, I want to say shout out to Messy Maya, God rest his soul. Like, there was this bounce rapper from New Orleans, Louisiana. He was a comedian. He was a very funny and just energetic individual that just had so much promise or just potential to be, you know, to take his talent and, you know, his aura, like was, you know, I just seen it. Like, and even when people, when he had, was tragically shot and killed, leaving his baby shower or along the lines of that. And something about that situation just really stuck with me. And it was a situation I was going through that was similar, you know, when I was in high school. I was getting ready to graduate as a 17-year-old man, and I was, you know, in a relationship that spanned from the time I was in 9th grade to the time I was in 12th grade. And kind of felt like the end of my relationship with this individual was coming, and I understood, but I was like low-key, like kind of like holding on a little too long. And it came to a point where like I think where it was tested, where like she made a pivot to like say that she was having a child and I was the, you know, father. Okay. So being me, I took the responsibility, and, you know, just everything just, when I say like you flip a coin in the air and you say it's gonna be heads and it lands on heads, like everything fell out the sky for me. I was, you know, I had a feeling that she was gonna have a boy, and she did, and I had made a deal with her to like, you know, if she had a boy that I would name him first and middle name type shit, and like she ended up having a boy. And I remember I was like, you know, getting ready to graduate, and I was happy that I was going to be a father. And that situation with Messy Maya, he passed on November 14th of 2010. His birthday was on December 15th. His son was born on his birthday.
Wow, you said his birthday was December 15th? My mom's birthday is December 15th. Wow.
See? Synchronicity.
I know. We hear.
And we didn't even get to the synchronicity.
I know. He just
understand. Just let that rock. But that situation was just synchronicity to me, and I didn't understand. I understood that. And so I just was like, you know what? I'm going to be called Messy Tye. And I'm going to remember this dude that inspired me to be Messy Tye. Yeah. Now, fuck what everybody would possibly think if they was like, what the fuck is Messy? Like, where does Messy come from? But it's a New Orleans thing. I want to say shout out to New Orleans. And so that, you know, I was under the impression that I was having a child in the 12th grade. And for some reason, he was supposed to be born in April, but he was born in January.
January what?
22nd.
Oh, okay. I was see if I had any family members with similar birthdays to see if there was more synchronicity.
Yeah. I would know because my brother's birthday's 2 days after. So like, yeah, I remember going to the hospital and he was 2 pounds, you know. He was really small. I couldn't really hold him because he was like just very pre-developed and premature. And I wasn't there for the birth. Like, it was just something weird. Like, it was like I wasn't with my partner at the time. And I just remember getting a call. And I remember waking up, getting a call, feeling like, yo, this either 2 things happened. And I'm like, either she had the child or she had like a miscarriage, God forbid. And it turns out she had the child. So I remember going to the hospital and my mom came, my grandmother came, a few of my friends from high school came, and I was at the Women and Infants Hospital every day in the NICU, you know, to watch this child grow because I couldn't take him home until he was like at least like 4 to 6 pounds or something like that.
That makes sense.
And and I ended up going through the experience of seeing him have seizures, you know, and he was underneath these seizure medicines and he couldn't swallow his milk, so they had to put a hole in his stomach to give him put it like a G tube so they can like, you know, so I used to feed him off of this tube. Like it was like, are we going somewhere? Yeah. Just so you know, Stacie Bell.
Yes, we are.
Just so you know. Yes. Take another sip. We on the Stacie Bell show.
We on the Stacie Bell show.
The Tye Cooper show was on the Stacie
Bell show.
I'm trying to tell you.
Look at that.
I'm trying to tell you.
Sip my champagne real quick. Okay, I'm Bel Air. Right.
It's all good. Trust me.
Yes.
It's the reason why we met.
I know.
Blessings.
Everything is just lining up. Blessings on blessings.
Trust
yes.
Me.
Okay.
So this was like a little bit before I was like doing music, but like I already had the craft kind of like down, like doing the pep rallies at my school.
Yeah.
Like dancing. I know how to dance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know how to flip. I know how to like, you know, incorporate the flip with the dance.
Okay.
You know.
Breezy over here.
Yeah. Chris Brown ain't got shit on me.
Be careful, you don't watch this. You don't want no beef.
Oh no,
no smoke.
I'm gonna see Chris. We're gonna see Chris, and we're gonna have to like make sure we do at least. I need at least 10 to 12 back handsprings down some kind of driveway or wherever we're gonna be at. Open land, it don't matter. But
Chris Brown, I love you. You was my
Chris
first
Brown.
crush. You know, CV. I was convinced I was gonna marry you.
Chris Brown inspired me when he first did the backflips on the BET Awards when he first came out. That was inspirational.
Yeah.
But I was getting into the music relatively graduating, but so I feel as though that something wasn't right. Something just wasn't right, Stacie.
Do tell me more.
Something just
what
wasn't right.
What wasn't
Everything was too good to be true for me. Because as a man young man at 17 years old, I felt like, yo, I'm still going to teen nights. I don't know if you know what teen nights, folks. Teen night, right, was these parties.
When you went to loopholes and stuff, the clubs? No.
Well, something like that, but it was at level 2, Karma.
Okay.
But level 2, let's just say that them dollar lines where everybody was paying $1 to get into the club, and everybody that was paying $10 was on the other side. Mm-hmm. Level 2. I was able to party like every average young 17-year-old kid with a kid at home that's having seizures. And I had my brothers and sisters and my mother and my grandmother that was so supportive. They wanted to like, oh, Tye, go have fun. Go have fun. Yeah. And I'll come back home like, you know, and they're telling me he had seizures and they didn't know what to do. Oh, and I'm like, it's okay. Mm. I took care of him. I watched him go from the G-tube feedings to eating fried chicken wings.
Fried chicken wings.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, I know. I feel like this little boy was just now eating fried chicken.
Cleaning the bone too.
I love that.
You know?
Finger looking good too.
I remember that. I remember the 359, you know, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock. You gotta give the seizure medicines.
Yeah.
You know? I remember that. Something just wasn't right. It just felt like I was doing all of that shit. You know, Dad's Making a Difference program. Shout out to Children's Friend, because Children's Friend gave me a job. I got a job. Thankfully, my grandmother was working at Network RI. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I never had a struggle having a summer job or a job.
Right.
Because my grandmother worked at Network RI where you get jobs.
Yeah.
So there was no excuse. My mom didn't play that shit.
Exactly.
You want your own, like, school clothes? Nigga, go get your own school clothes.
Mm-hmm.
You want them 6 rings? Go get them 6 rings. That's what I was wearing at the time. I didn't wear no 6 rings, so fuck out of here. Like, I might have had a Dutch zeros on, but I was 8th grade. But, you know, something wasn't right. And I just was doing everything I was supposed to do. And I just was going through the most. But, like, I just felt like I was going through all that shit for no reason. Some weird way.
Okay.
On child support. Like,
She put you on child support?
yeah, because she was, like, on welfare or some shit. But then because, like, it was becoming a problem, it was like, I had a conversation with my fam. They was like, you know, because of how we, like, what's going on, like, yo, you know, you can get SSI and stuff like that. And I don't mind sharing this because this is, like, all a part of where we are going to this. But, like, I remember being able to, like, go through that entire process of getting SSI for a child as an 18-year-old man. And it was like, wow. Like, it was tough, but like when it happened, it made everything so much easier for him, most importantly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Made it so much easier for him. Oh, God. But, you know, I remember I was just, like, working at the YMCA, and I was getting, like, back, like, $10 checks, $5 checks, because of the situation, and it was becoming a problem to where I just said, I'm not paying that shit, because this ain't right. Even though it's, like, it's not up to me. So it got to a point where I owed, like, a certain amount, and I had to go to court. And it was like a whole courtroom full of people. And the whole point of why we were there was to explain why I haven't paid the amount that it came up to.
Right.
And all of a sudden, the person I was dealing with at the time in a relationship, she said that I don't want Tye to be on child support, or I don't want him to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And they told her that it's not up to her, that it's up to the state. But the judge asked her, like, why do you feel like he shouldn't be on child support? And then she said, well, because I don't think he's the father.
Oh, Lord shit. Lord Jesus.
Yeah. Let's take another sip. Second wave. It's more, there's layers, but, like, you know, I'll speed it up.
I didn't want to curse, but
I'll speed it up.
Yes, I got other questions I want to ask you, so what's not
But
right?
the beautiful person that you're looking at today, Tye Cooper, all of that backfired on the behalf of the situation because I kind of like broke the stigma for black men in a situation like that. Everybody in court was like, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
It's the first time I ever seen a court where there's a judge that's siding with the father and not the mother, but actually for the right reason.
Right.
So he said, well, we're going to take a DNA test, and if this child is not Tye Cooper's, he is not paying a motherfucking thing. And matter of fact, y'all owe him that.
Forget the PT. The champagne's getting
And
hot and cold.
you can't leave the country to go out to the country with this child because this man has this child's, you get it. The child has this man's last name. I didn't get no $1,157 or $1,300 since then. So guess what? Don't you think that child still has my last name?
Yeah.
Got it.
Crazy.
And they can't leave the country unless I have my signature.
Yo, that's crazy.
Tye Cooper Show.
Cooper Show with the T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Oh damn! I think we're gonna need to pull another round.
Yeah. With all do. What I'll do.
Okay. All right. So, getting into my next question, Tye. That was interesting.
I wanted to go there so bad.
I know you be always wanting to go there, but it's okay. All right. So you just released your EP called Black Boys Deserve to Smile. Great segue, speaking of a young black boy.
Speaking of the smile.
Yeah, right? Can you tell me more about the inspiration behind this project?
It was originally projected to be a Black History Month drop.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the whole Black Boys Deserve to Smile title.
It came out on 420 though, right?
Right. But it took time because, there was a lot of things behind the scenes that occurred where it really had to, have a certain kind of patience and to the process. And got through it. I ended up going to Austin, Texas to perform some of the songs off the album for the first time at South by Southwest. And people liked it. The song I performed at FET, I believe is in a new school. You happened to catch that last song, which was Wine and Cheese.
Yeah.
So I was just projected to release at some point, and I just so happened to connect with some individuals that I've been working with by the name of High Society RI. And they just been showing a lot of love and support, and they're in the cannabis community. And
I literally saw them the other day at this boss level gala I went
so
to, High Society.
So Bree, shout out to
Synchronicity.
Bree won an award that night.
Yes, she was on the stage.
Right?
Yes.
Those are very, very great people. I love them, and they've been very supportive, and I've been supportive to the High Society brand since the jump. So they thought of I was like, I'm gonna drop my project on 420, but they was like, hey, we're doing a thing at all around the dispensary on 420.
And you was giving out free pre-rolls, right?
I had a smoke box with the album cover on it, and it was like pre-rolls. It was backwood blunts and all kinds of stuff inside of it, and it was 20 of them, limited edition, and we sold out.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
420.
So yeah, it worked out. I got Benny the Butcher's artist from his Black Soprano Records, Black Soprano Family Records label, and it just all worked out naturally the way I wanted to. I mean, at some point. Especially it landing on 420.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my next question now for you is, what have been some challenges you have had to face in your music career?
Man, I had to feel what it was like to be going without eating. I've always had family and support, but I remember in the last 10, 11 years, there's a lot of things I don't or haven't really shared with my family that I've endured musically, or just anything pertaining to music, or just the dedication to it. So, run the question back again.
Some challenges you faced throughout your music career.
So, one example would be is trying to have a job where you're not there long enough to have the authority to leave the job to go somewhere across the country to perform, even if you're not getting paid for it. But the risk and the reward is clear as day if you really can see. And that's been a struggle. That was a struggle in the beginning.
Yeah.
But for some way, I remember working at a warehouse, and I walked out in the middle of the lunch shift.
Yeah.
And I did it several times at several different jobs because I felt nah, hell nah. Yeah. And then I'll just have this crazy wave, and then I'll go back to I gotta go back to the warehouse.
That's the sucky part about
But nobody's knowing. I'm these waves that I'm getting, these moves opening up for Rakim, Slick Rick, KRS-One, French Montana.
Right.
For the bubble.
Right.
Why everybody else is paying $1,500 or all this extra shit? Why is this happening to me?
Right. I was gonna say that's the tricky part about like working for jobs, right? You don't have as much freedom to get up and go as you please. You gotta get permission, and it's a problem.
There was jobs I worked at where the supervisors understood. There was like, I see it.
Right. It's rare to find that though. A lot of people try to demulate.
No, there were though. They're still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
Don't ever let anybody demulate.
Oh, thank you. It just, moments like that have inspired me to just keep my foot on the gas. And many of the times where I always felt like I'm like, all right, I need a job now. But then, and, you know, I'll be in atmospheres where it just felt like, damn, like I really feel like I should be working right now because like I'm being embraced, but I'm not really like on my shit because I know if I wasn't pursuing this, I'll be so focused on like working and probably driving on the road as a truck driver or some shit. So like it's so amazing how every time leading up to now, like there was so like these dips that I've seen people give up while I was going through those paths or going down those paths as well. Yeah. And for some reason, I haven't given up. I haven't stopped. I kept going, and I felt like there was a time where there were people sleeping on me.
If they sleeping on you, it's gonna be a rude awakening. Okay, that's what I always say. If they sleeping on me, it's gonna be a rude awakening.
You want to know something?
What?
They're not sleeping anymore.
They wide awake now.
Right.
I know that's right.
They're not sleeping anymore. So now, I'm in a place where I can talk shit.
Okay, talk your shit.
But I'm just like, as you can see, just gonna kill them with kindness.
Yes,
it's different. It's different over here.
Yeah.
Grass is greener.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm getting though. You remember that Mike Jones song? Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot. They all on me like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It'd be like that. It'd be like that for everybody. You know.
I remember. I'd be like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not everybody was like that, but everybody can go though.
True. So, what are some highlights and some of your most proud moments in your music career?
Highlight would be
meeting me. No, I'm kidding.
Stacie Bell. I would say, you know, during one of those dips I was telling you about, there was this time I was on the internet scrolling, and I was following this platform that I've been following, All Def Digital, All Def Digital at the time, and they were sponsoring an event that was like a sponsored post on my Facebook page where it was like Busta Rhymes was going to be the host of this competition in Vegas, and it's sponsored by Doritos.
I love Doritos.
Yeah, me too.
The cheese on and the Cool Ranch.
Right? At this point in time, it was...
My fat ass coming out real quick, sorry. I love me some food.
Good. At this time, they was promoting this Doritos, what was it, Blaze chips. You remember those chips? It was like a
what
purple
color
dye.
was it? What,
it was
the
like
purple, the chili
dye.
one? The sweet chili? No,
it wasn't sweet chili. It was Doritos Blaze.
Blaze. We about to go get some Doritos.
It was really
after this.
one of those hot chips. They don't even have it on the market no more.
That's
it was just
crazy.
for some reason at that time they was trying these really hot chips. It was Doritos Blaze.
Just Blaze.
So it was a competition where they were gonna choose 5 people to fly out to Vegas to perform whatever they did in the video based on the song that they had already provided. There was this cat, Terrace Martin, who was like a saxophonist, I believe.
Okay.
Worked with Kendrick Lamar and all that. He was like, he made the beat, and it was like you got to rap to it, you got to make a video to it, like kind of like a jingle.
Okay.
And I made a jingle.
Okay.
With the Doritos thing. And
do you still remember that jingle?
Yeah.
Can I get a little snippet of it?
I can't. I don't want to fuck it up.
Okay.
It was so intricate. It was so intricate. Yeah, it was for $50,000. I ended up being chosen. And
you won $50,000?
No. No. I was chosen to go to Las Vegas. I even had the opportunity to even bring someone with me. And Doritos gave me money. Like, they gave me money to, like, go out there. They took care of everything. I stayed in a nice, like, SLS hotel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where my boy, you know, one of my favorite comedians, and it's so crazy, he has a residency over there. My boy Eddie Griffin, like, it was such a divine thing. I was like Eddie Griffin is like one of my favorite comedians. So for him to have a residency in the hotel that Doritos paid for, it was just, again,
synchronicity.
Yeah, it was such a highlight
Perfect
in my
timing.
life. Like little things like that was beautiful to me. But I had like little like managers, like these women, like these girls. I was like Christine. Christine. There was like it felt like managers. They took care of everything. And Wiz Khalifa was the headline, and I went right before Wiz Khalifa, and I performed for Busta Rhymes. And
that's awesome.
I
met
did.
Wiz Khalifa one time.
Yeah.
At my job. He's so cool. He let me go to his concert for free.
I believe
He was very chill.
Yeah.
Very nice dude. I didn't even recognize it was him at first. This is when I worked at Finish Line.
Really?
I thought it was just some random dude from Providence stinking up the store with weed and stuff. And I'm like, about to cuss him out. I'm like, hold up. Who are you again? He's like, Wiz Khalifa. I was like, what you doing here? He's like, I got a concert. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, what you doing tonight? I'm like, just working. Gonna go home after this. He's like, come to my concert. I'm like for free? He's like, yeah. He's like, how many people you want? I was like, I can bring people. He's like, yeah. He's like, if you want to bring 20 people, bring 20 people. I'm like, all right, we could bring like 3 people. So he was very sweet and nice. I'll never forget that. That was like at my first job, and he bought a lot of sneakers for me. Too bad they weren't commission based at the time. I would have made mad money off that, but it's okay. You know, I could say I sold shoes to Wiz Khalifa and went to his concert for free. You can. You know, that's
that was, you know,
the highlight when I was 16.
Wow. Yeah, Taylor Gang, that was, you know, Wiz Khalifa has been very inspirational to my come up as far as like you know, seeing how he pioneered like the vlogging, you know, days of like, you know, he started the whole vlog thing with the day-to-days and watching the day-to-days up until being able to have that moment with, you know, Doritos and Wiz Khalifa's the major headliner, and it's like there's an itinerary where like we get to meet him, and it was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? It was such a dope moment with him and Busta Rhymes. And you know who ended up winning was you might know his song, like he has a song called Billie Eilish, my boy Armani White.
I've never heard of Armani White before.
I've
heard of Billie Eilish.
His name is like, it's like, bitch, I'm stylish.
Oh,
he was in the contest with me. He won.
Oh.
But hold up. He only won. I'm going to say this now. He only won because I did a fucking backflip. And the plan was to do the backflip at the end of my whole intricate ass verse. And I got so excited. Because they had the stage, it was shaped like a Dorito. They had fucking pyro. Like, they went all out for this show for $50,000.
Yeah.
And Doritos was like, we can't play favoritism, but we hope you win. Like, we're really hoping you win. Like, we picked out of a hat. And I just so happened to pick 5th. And I go last right before Wiz Khalifa. And I said, okay, I got it. Gotta do the backflip at the end.
Yes.
They gave us songs to come out to. Why did I come out to Kool and the Gang, Hollywood Swinging, and got so excited, and I mean so excited, that I did the backflip in the beginning.
Oh, you got
The point of doing the backflip at the end was because my breathing pattern, because it was like a Busta Rhymes kind of a...
Yeah.
My cadence was like Busta Rhymes, and I had it intentionally designed for Busta Rhymes who's judging it to be like, nah, it's him.
Yeah.
It's him.
Yes.
But, oh my God, I got so excited and did the backflip, and yeah. And I was winded. Like, I landed it, everything, but I was like, if I don't win, I know why. And that moment changed my fucking life because my breathing patterns, my cadences, and everything that has to do with my craftsmanship has progressed.
That's what it's all about, right? Through time, we get better.
Oh,
there's always room for improvement.
Absolutely. So. But yeah, it was, whoo! I was crying when I ended up going home. I was like, I'm crying. No way, I'm in Vegas. And what really hurt was I had another 2 days out there, maybe 3. So that's what really hurt. I was like, this is fucked up. I can't even enjoy this no more.
Right.
Take me home.
Yes.
After the last day, I was like, I went with my brother. My brother was like, bro, you want to go? I'm like, nah, bro, I'm out of here, bro. I'm trying to go home.
I cannot. You went too much.
I'm trying to go home. I don't even want to go. We had motherfucking circus, that casino.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, bro. Just going back to the room.
It's like, I'm gonna sit this one out.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
I feel you.
Yeah, that was one of like the most highlight moments of my life and career
I love that.
as an artist. I'll never forget that.
I love that for you. So, what is the best piece of advice that you can offer to any new aspiring upcoming rappers?
I would say stay in your lane because there's no traffic there.
Okay. I like that. At first I was like, wait. I was like, stay in your lane. Okay, yeah.
Stay in your lane because there's no traffic there. In other words,
Just
be your best version
of
be the
yourself,
best
yeah.
version of yourself, and it's fuck imitating, emulate. You can emulate, you can channel Stacie, you can channel Beyonce, you can channel your inner Destiny's Child.
Yes. I know that's right.
You dig? Why not? But
Yes.
I would say do exactly what you want to do what you feel, and if you work hard enough, everything that you're working towards is going to be on its way to you. So if you stay in your lane, you won't get caught up in the traffic and the distractions that's going on in the other lanes and what's going on now.
Look at you saying stay in your lane and then stay on say because Stacie and Beyonce. You see the synchronicity.
I'm trying to tell you something.
Okay,
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's really great advice.
Right.
So, Tye, who are some artists you would love to collaborate with?
Like I said earlier, Marsha Ambrosius,
I would love to hear that track.
Jill Scott, Uncle Charlie Wilson,
Ooh, Charlie Wilson, yes.
Sleepy Brown, Andre 3000, Drake,
When you gonna put me on a track?
Nas.
When you gonna put me on a track? You know I sing, right? Me.
I might have
No, I really do sing though.
I might have to write you a verse, kind of like how they did Beyonce and Carmen Hip Hopera.
Oh, I got you.
So you ever seen that?
Yeah, I love that movie.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yes, I used to. When they played it on BET over and over again, I would.
I
always
kind of
watch it
stole
over
a
and over
bar from
again.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
I stole a bar from Beyonce. I can honestly say that with my Ivy Park hat on.
Yes.
I stole a motherfucking
He did that
bar.
because he
Wanna
said,
know what,
you know.
Want to know what bar it was? I made a song called Ghetto Gospel. And I said, there's no church in the wild, but there's a ghetto gospel where these niggas wouldn't bless you if your name was Hachu. Because Beyonce said in Carmen, she said, and I got a mind too. I wouldn't bless you if your first name was Hachu on Sunday singing gospel.
Damn.
She was saying that to Mos Def. Go back and watch that movie. She was keeping up with these niggas rapping. In that movie, at that time, that's one of my favorite movies. Because I'm like, Beyonce was rapping in that motherfucker. So the fact that she's with Jay-Z, I'm like, nah, Beyonce got it. Y'all bitches is hating. No wonder why the bees be waiting. And that rhyme, see how that did?
Look at that.
Just came out.
Look at you. Okay. All right. What are some upcoming projects you have in the works that we can be on the lookout for? Make sure I get the exclusive on the Stacie Bell Show.
Well,
Special.
The blessing of coming to the Stacie Bell Show, I get to promote my EP that has just released. It is titled The Black Boys Deserve to Smile. It's available everywhere: Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, Google Play, Apple Music. I'm really thankful. I'm getting a lot of good reception. It's 7 songs. It's digestible. If you like hip hop, I got a little sprinkle bit of a love. I started off. You know Roxana?
Roxana? Yeah.
Roxana. You know that's what they call it.
I call her Roxana.
Oh,
I know her. Yeah.
Okay. She's on the album. And
Your
she's-
EP?
Yeah, she's on the first song. It's called An Outlaw Love Symphony. It's kind of like a modern day ballad of like Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay.
And it's like always the concept of it is like, you know, Bonnie and Clyde always got away. So I'm always talking about in the song, the concept about it is like always being one step ahead.
Yeah.
You know?
Playing chess instead of checkers.
Yeah. So when you listen to it, you'll get the concept.
Is she the only featured artist on the EP? Is there any other features you have with any other women locally?
No. Oh, well, as far as locally, I have her, I have Roxana, I have an amazing artist, Manami Braxton, which I'm going to connect you with her.
Okay.
Absolutely. I recommend Manami Braxton on the Stacie Bell Show.
Okay, I love that. I'm welcome to it.
She's a very beautiful and warm individual.
Sounds like me.
Yeah. You know, she's on there. My cousin Evelyn Stanley, she's on the first song, but she's like on the prayer. There's a prayer at the, like little bit at the end of that song before the next track comes on. And then there's 3 artists, like I said, that are signed to Benny the Butcher's Black Soprano Family Records label. And they go by Fuego Bass, Sule, and Rick Hyde.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you heard what he said. Be on the lookout for that EP. It's fire.
It's available everywhere.
It's available everywhere.
Black
What are you
Voices
waiting for? Go stream it right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I love that. So, that concludes our interview.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for the game segment? Are you ready to play some games? You ready to play some games with me?
Take me to the arcade.
All right, I got you. All right, so for this game segment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you a few words.
Okay.
Those few words that I give you, I'm going to need you to come up with a freestyle.
Okay.
Are you up for the challenge?
I already been called out, so I kind of like gotta see what we can do.
All right.
I guess.
I believe in you. I have faith in you. When I saw your performance, I thought you were great. So I have full confidence you're gonna kill it.
Right.
You ready?
I'm all for it.
All right. So the words you need to use in this freestyle is abundance. That's the first word. Second word is beautiful. Third word is restaurant.
Okay.
Fourth word is keys. Fifth word is president. And the last word, I saved the best for last, is Stacie.
Wow. And I gotta remember all of that? I thought it was one word, maybe 3. It's like 6 to 7. I was like, damn, let me take out my phone.
Beautiful Stacie, that's 2 words to remember easily.
Okay, so I'll do this.
You know I like to eat when we was talking on the phone.
That's
Restaurant,
right.
restaurant,
The
keys,
whole bowl full of beans.
abundance.
Right. Yeah, you caught that. The whole bowl full of beans. You have the black beans and you have
the brown beans. One second, girl, that's too many beans.
You got pintos in there too?
Pinto and the black beans, yes. You're stupid.
I'm sorry.
President.
Okay.
All right, you want to pick 3?
I was gonna say was I'll give you a bar, which is like literally I'll give you a bar. I'll give you a bar, and then you say the next word, and then I'll come up with another.
Okay,
bar,
okay,
and then
perfect.
we'll go down. The list.
Okay, got you. I was gonna do 3 originally, but I was like, I feel like you're so talented. 6, like you're a prodigy, so like you can do 6. You know,
let's try. This is on the spot. It doesn't get no direct in this.
All right, abundance.
Abundant. I thank God for all of the abundance, for all the times I was by myself instead of being in the circumference. Now you can give me the next word.
Beautiful.
Looking at you is not the usual. There's a difference between being average and beautiful.
I'm beautiful. Oh, is that the bar?
That was a bar.
Okay, all right. Restaurant.
We can eat here or at the restaurant. It don't matter if we was in the car, at a rest stop. It's a bar.
Okay. Keys.
if I produce like Swiss beats, I'll put holes in the beat like Swiss cheese and put the clutch in fourth gear with Miss Keys.
Okay, lose your piece. All right.
Ooh.
All right. President.
I remember when I was a young man in the 3rd grade, I wanted to become the first black president. But it seems like I've earned the means to display black excellence.
Okay. Last but not least, Stacie. I need some time to think. I don't blame him. You sure this is fire?
I knew it was you because you passed by lately. The way you keep it 100 makes me want to dash like Stacie. I'm taking her.
I'm done. Okay.
You was looking for that. You was looking for like he's gonna say something nice. He's gonna,
you know me too well. You better stop.
She was looking for one of those. I'm like, hold up, Stacie. You ain't Stacie Dash, but I know it's Stacie Dash.
But listen, we don't really claim Stacie Dash now the way she been acting lately.
Listen, I get it, but you know, I might wake up and forget that I said what I said, like Stacie Dash.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Stacie Dash.
Okay. All right. I like that.
I'm playing.
All right, Tye. So, do you got some social medias that you want to give out to the viewers so they can know where to check you out? Instagram, Twitter, or I think it's called X now. My bad. I think they switched it to X.
It's really porn at this point.
It's really, I'm done.
I don't be on there.
You say you don't be on there?
I don't be on there. Be on my Facebook though.
I'm done.
I still be clicking.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm on Instagram, the Tye Cooper Show. Threads, going crazy on Threads. The Tye Cooper Show. You can find me, if you can't find me in person, you can find me online at the Tye Cooper Show. Yes. And the Tye Cooper Show is the best show in town, no matter where it is.
After the Stacie Bell Show, of course.
Oh, well, you know, I'm going to have to invite you to the midnight talk show one day. We're going to have it called the Tye Cooper Show. Because, you know, we grew up on Dick Cavett. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about when I think about the Stacie Bell Show. I think about Dick Cavett. You know? That's what, like, Jimi Hendrix and, like, Janis Joplin. You know, those folks that was, like, in the 60s doing, like, what Jay Leno and all these guys are doing now. And that's kind of, like, what I, like, really want to do long term. Have my own late night talk show. I have all the famous people and all the people that I find influential and cool to be on.
Yeah, I'll be on your show. I'll definitely be a guest. It's going to be a dope show. For sure.
It already happened.
Yes, it already did happen. I love that. You know, when I met you, I tell him this all the time. He reminds me of Wale.
Wale, though?
Yeah. I met him, I was like, this kid looks like Wale.
I began that. I began Wyclef.
I don't see Wyclef. I've met Wyclef before. Definitely Wale.
Me too. And
definitely Wale.
I mean, the celebrity sightings, I do that shit with other people. So when they do it to me, it's like, oh, really? Like, I didn't see that. But, you know.
I definitely see the Wale, though. I think it's, you know, like the
flag
cool. Or whatever. Yeah.
That's cool. I like Wale. He's cool. I fuck with Washington, D.C. You know, Redskins is one of my favorite football teams, too. So.
Yeah. So when I see him, I think of that song, Is It Baby?
Right. That was my shit. Yeah.
I love that song. But thank you so much, Tye, for coming on the Stacie Bell Show. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a blast having a glass of Bel Air with Stacie Belizaire.
Now that was a bar right there. Okay, look at that.
You finished it with that.
Yeah, look at that. Bel Air, please. Let me be your sponsor, okay?
Yeah.
Hear that?
Let them know. Oh, they're not too. They're one phone call away.
Yes, for
to get a nice tray of Belizaire. I mean, Bel Air.
Yeah.
Bucket full.
I see what you're doing.
With the ice.
Yes. I know that's right. Yes. So thank you.
Absolutely.
And we was talking previously, before we came. I was like, what you wearing? Should I wear sneakers? He's like, I seen you in sneakers.
Yeah.
The first time I met you, he's like, let's switch it up. So I want a heel. So what you think?
What?
What you think?
Well put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's being respectful right now.
Yes. Yeah.
He's being respectful. Okay.
Well put together.
Thank you.
I like the heels, the compliments, the vibe, and it's given. It is what it is.
It's given. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever seen the podcast today, but it's given is what it is. I like that. Okay. Very fly, Stacie.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. And remember to always love yourself, accept yourself, and live authentically. And that's the Stacie Bell Show with your girl, Stacie.
That's what. That's love. Wow. That's so cool.
It's the mad scientist with the nice smile. Smoking Mr. Nice Guy right now. The ninth cloud got me feeling like a cosmic connoisseur. The cloud resonate heaven if it had marble floors. The only person who can let me down is me. My feet ain't hit the ground in weeks. Rising to occasion as the sky keeps changing. I'm chasing the same brand I gave like to my raisins. Optimistic, I can live it up till I shrivel up and shake hands with the same people that swindle us all. Live above average like walk on water. Stand on principles that don't provoke law and order. I found my higher calling as I get higher off it, equipped for weapons opposed to harm what I've accomplished. I can hear them up here, question why I don't come around. For what? You don't see the sun, question why it is coming down, moving fast. Switching roles like a movie cast, directed in the stars sometimes. Don't know who to ask. Got what I wanted, not reflecting what I used to have. The mind a terrible thing to waste, unless you're used to trash on some low vibrational spiritual shit. Most ain't living or realize who they experience it with. I ran the city on feet and that's as real as it gets. Got to and from on foot, that's a miracle whip, bitch.